Rue is on the table. Often she's drawn to the cards. She's sprawling around. You know, she's wanting to take up a lot of space. She really likes the energy here. Oh, sorry. Tail whap. She's lying on my Palo Santo, so I have to burn the, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to put it out because it's sandalwood, and sometimes that actually gets her going. So, Rue, she was shuffling the cards, and from a deck that I wasn't going to use, Temperance. A card of divine timing, balance, in sync with the universal energies and the balance of the masculine and feminine here. Sun, moon. One thing I was going to mention is, let me see if I can, you know, there are these big energies that work inside us and outside us, all. So it's a big mishmash of, you know, it's a cauldron of energies. And each individual is tapping into that. It's both a collective thing and it's their personal kind of signature. And how well those two line up, you know, how well I as an individual work with the energies of the universe, specifically the ones that are kind of tailor-made for me, that the cosmos is saying, here's your chance to try this again in a different way, something like that. So I haven't used this deck in a while, so it should have something kind of fresh to say about it. Full moon today in Gemini. You know, an air sign. It's about communication and being in accord with yourself in that major arcana way, like you're lined up internally. There's less resistance now to something. Mercury is going direct today as well, and you know, communication can go back on track. Suddenly you can understand something you didn't, you know, you just couldn't figure out before. But now it's divine timing, things are coming into balance. You know, that's a way to look at Mercury retrograde. Things are somehow out of sync. Communication is weird, technology is weird, your understanding of things may be clouded, and it can mean retrograde, things coming back around. You know, I thought I was done with it. Well, it's coming back around because it's divine timing, and maybe you're ready for it now. Temperance, a card of Sag. Seven of Swords. You know, it can mean a lot of things, but here it's being in hiding. You know, not revealing themselves. Somebody's out. It almost looks like the soldiers are out looking for this guy, this individual who's hiding, not wanting to be found out or outed, something like that. And Seven of Swords can be, in a way, a card of like misappropriating something. They've got all the swords in a sack. Like, I'm almost getting it, but not quite. It's like a courier. Somebody's trying to deliver some sort of message, but surreptitiously. It could be like an anonymous letter, or somebody even on social media or something like that that's got somehow has disguised their identity. I don't think it's malicious, but they're not revealing themselves or what they think about something. And it looks to be a kid. I don't know how that might fit in. Knight of Wands. Well, that's rushing out. You know, if this is hiding behind some untruth, some misrepresentation, some not wanting to be outed. I think we had this exact same thing. It was weeks ago, and then suddenly bursting forth. Here I am. You know, it's almost like has an energy almost of an ambush. But somebody who's proud of themselves. You know, they may have been in hiding. And Knight of Wands is known for, in a way, sometimes erratic behavior. Almost like a hide and seek. You know, I'll hide. The Seven of Swords. And then suddenly, boop, you know, here I am. It's a bit nanny, you know, like, I got the better of you. I sure surprised you. Three of Wands. Somebody may have manifested this spontaneous, you know, action. It's almost like this guy has the wands, it's a card of manifestation. It's like I put out the question and in comes the answer. Here it is, it's coming toward me in wands energy. Coming toward me. Go this way. I've manifested it. So there may be a little bit more hiding involved, the Seven of Swords, before this Knight of Wands gets their courage and their, you know, their sense of timing and so forth. This is all in fire energy, right? Sagittarius, divine timing. They wait, they spring. And this one looks, could be manifesting it, but it also looks a bit like they're saying, not yet, not yet, not yet. Like there's a countdown. You know, wait, divine timing. Sorry, I'm choking here. Oh yeah. Fene. These are quite cool, actually. Okay, tell us about the deception or the not talking about it yet or something like that. You know, it's like I'm lying in wait. It's not quite time to spring forward, but the countdown has begun. Might be 3 days, 3 weeks. Knight of Cups. And then love on the move. There's a love offer. And not necessarily romantic. It could just be the right time to welcome this person in, because they're coming in wanting to connect. And they've somehow, with this Three of Wands, hold on there, cowboy, checked themselves. You know, impulsively, they may have wanted to jump out of hiding, and some intuition told them, not yet. And I'm getting the feeling like you don't want to scare somebody, or somebody doesn't want to scare you. If they just bounded in out of nowhere, you know, it's got to be a much slower approach where feelings are taken into consideration, not just passion, not just impulse. They don't want this love offer to be misinterpreted. It has something to do with the Seven of Swords. Like, it's all a question of timing, it seems like. Temperance, you know, timing, tempo. Four of Pentacles, Four of Wheels in this, so I was confused. Is it the Wheel of Fortune card? This is a card of holding back. You know, maybe for fear of losing something of value, maybe even losing money. There's a need to protect resources here, or, I mean, it's an overreaction because they want to go impulsively forward. Here I am, hide and seek, you know, you found me. Three of Wands, not yet, not yet. You know, wanting to come forward with a love offer, but somehow like clamping down too hard, putting up too much resistance, so that when the time comes to go, somebody's, because I don't think it's you, somebody is clamped down, wanting to move forward with some kind of affection, or, you know, a proposal. Let's connect. It's time now. We can do this. And the other person who actually has their back to the Knight could be the other guy in the equation. You know, it's been a long time. I've had to work off my own resources. So I have this guarded energy of, you know, I mean, the Four of Wheels person, the Four of Pentacles person, looks angry. And I just noticed this, the turban on this guy's head is a snake. It's like a king cobra. Like, back off, you know. You don't get access to me. You've been hiding. You've been holding back. Too much time has passed. I'm busy doing other things. And the coiled serpent. It could be some kind of resistance to change. Because this is really you know, this is a big change from Seven of Swords. Something that's like escapism, or somebody hiding, or somebody lying. And then suddenly, spwang, there they are, kind of in your face. Judgment. It can be a decision, a judgment call, you know, where the universe is trying to weigh in, choose life. Because it's a card of resurrection and second chances, and I think the universe is sort of saying to this Four of Pentacles, Four of Wheels person, allow yourself to move forward. Allow for the new thing. You know, just because it may have been this way for a long time, Pentacles can speak to time, maybe 4 years. During which time period you became very guarded. Because this person is kind of coming up behind the Four of Pentacles person, a bit like, after all this time, here I am to you know, offer the possibility, this cup that I'm holding in my hand, to the Four of Pentacles person. They may have been planning it for a long time. Seven of Swords can speak to strategy. Like, what's the right time to spring this on something? So they may have controlled their impulse. Three of Wands, not yet, not yet. Then they determine it's divine timing to come forward with this offer. And a lot of time has passed, and this other person may be closed off. But there's an opportunity for judgment, for this second chance, for the resurrection, for the reunion, for the, particularly after Mercury retrograde somehow. Like, this is the retrograde. If Mercury has to do with speech and understanding how things work and everything running smoothly, this was a time of none of that. On Knight of Cups, King of Wands. I mean, somebody really intends to take action. They're passionate about it. You know, they can barely contain themselves. It's a bit, had the potential, had they leapt forward like that spontaneously and sort of impulsively, it might have really had a bad effect where this person might have even shut down more. You know, what are you doing? Coming to take my energy, my everything I've worked to build in your absence? That's a very confident card. You know, I'm confident I know what to do and when to do it, how to do it. Now is the time. And I think there's a sense on this person's part, like I can push past the resistance. Wands are very directional. You know, I know where to go and what to do. And I'm going to directionally push past, like push, almost like push this agenda, push this desire to connect. You know, power through your resistance. And maybe power through my own resistance as well. Because I was in hiding. And there's an element of like, I was in hiding, now I'm outing myself, here I am. And this other person is a little bit like, so what? You know, you haven't been in my life, now you're popping back in this forceful way, is so confident, it almost smacks of arrogance, but it's not arrogant because what they're offering is affection. On Judgment, please. Queen of Wands. We have a match on the board, King and Queen of Wands. I think it's the opportunity for a new beginning for these two. For the connection to come out in the open. This may have been something that was on the down low, where this person couldn't talk about it. They wanted to act, but they couldn't say anything. And they had to wait wait for kind of they were very excited to go toward this future, but they had to wait for divine timing. Now they're confident, they come forward. Tell me about, and I mean, there's a match on the board. These people are mutually, you know, they're like this. Sun, moon, in balance. Now's the time. Now's the balance point. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Well, Knight of Swords. It's a bit urgent. And you know, the person's coming in with a love offer, but it's almost like very emphatic. Like, don't turn your back. Don't Four of Pentacles me. No, I have something to say. I couldn't have said it before. I had to like hide my, I couldn't communicate. I had to develop a strategy for escape. The Seven of Swords can be like escapism. And they had to hide, like they may have actually tried to communicate, thought about sending texts or messages or, you know, picking up the phone and calling. But they kind of knew that was impulsive. They didn't want to spring it on somebody. Although they had to fight that impulse. Knight of Wands, Three of Wands. Wait. Now it's divine timing. Boosh, they're going to come in. They have something to say. Okay, tell us about the Knight of Wheels, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups. Well, it wasn't just about passion. You know, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. It's about emotional growth. They weren't, you know, it's like, hold up, you're too impulsive, you're too erratic. Figure out what you feel. Stop hiding what you feel. Seven of Swords, King of Cups. So somebody's taking control and coming in with a new approach. They're out of hide, you know, they've outed themselves. Okay, on Seven of Swords, we have Ten of Wands. This has been really burdensome. They wanted to come out of hiding. They wanted to lay down the burden and start a new cycle in fire energy, in the energy of this King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Temperance. You might be dealing with a Sag who's closing out a cycle where they had to hide. It's almost like, see, the blindfold here. It's almost like there's something where, I can't remember the source of it, but where the idea that if you have your eyes shut, nobody can see you, like you think you have an invisibility cloak. And you're laying down that burden, and this is a here I am. I think Queen of Wands intuits that they're coming, but there's been this holdup. They had to complete a cycle that involved lying or dissembling or hiding their intentions. Okay, and on Three of Wands, is it this one? Is it this one? Eight of Wands. Card of communication, and in this it's like a breakthrough. Breaking through a barrier. Seven of Wands can be a barrier, a defensiveness, and this is just, fired up to move forward. Not holding back anymore. Wand in hand, right? There was a time of like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Then divine, this is pretty cohesive read. Divine timing comes into play, and forward they go, with direction and purpose and passion, and they're King of Wands. They're also Knight of Cups. They're like determined, but it's a soft energy. They have a lot of explaining to do to this person who, over time, turned their back on them. They kept them waiting too long. There's a second chance now for these two to get together, because they're in the same, they're in the same, they're vibrating at the same frequency. Vibrating at the same, it's almost like, it's pretty, it's passionate. It's life force. It's like these two come together and they, oh crap. All right, Five of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry, hang on. Queen of Wheels, not Queen of Wands. I saw the what, and I just, so it's not like a fire energy, it's an earth energy. It's this. I've shut down on you. I got secure in myself. I built up my own life because you weren't here, says Queen of Wheels. God, I hate that. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wheels, to this very confident King of Wands. But he wants to make his case. He wants to explain, Knight of Swords, why I did what I did and why I didn't do, I left undone those things that I ought to have done. So they were engaged in some kind of a battle. It was cold. It involved hurt and pain and a breakdown in communication, where there were two sides to something, the victor and the loser. But it's an empty victory, and this person doesn't know what to think about it. And there's the Queen of Wands. I think this guy feels that they may have lost their Queen of Wands, that she's self-sufficient, Queen of Pentacles, that she doesn't need them, that she's turned her back to them. But they're going to try to explain it. Sword energy. I was embroiled in something that I couldn't talk about. I was in a Seven of Swords place. I couldn't communicate. I had all these other burdens. And Queen of Wands is a bit like, she can be sort of a ho-hum, really. But equally, it might be she's saying, I knew that. Because we're vibrating on the same. Remember, I kept saying that with the other guy. It's really true now. They've cleared some kind of hurdle. And this is Ace of Wands. They've cleared some kind of hurdle. This new, fiery new beginning, the one that she holds, Queen of Wands, in her hand. It's a warm energy. It's a passionate energy. And it's sort of like this person may be out there not knowing what to do or what to think about something that's divided them from something, you know, an argument, a verbal argument, or an apparent victory that was actually a loss. And there's something about Queen of Wands and the opportunity for reigniting something. And she's almost like holding up her wand so that in this cold place, they can see the light and the warmth and the fact that maybe it now is the opportunity to go and do it. To go and do it. It really is divine timing. They went through something really unpleasant. But so did their counterpart. Because if, you know, they were like counterparts. So if this person was behaving like an immature a-hole, which is a little harsh, but they were kind of not telling the truth and about how overburdened they were. It didn't affect her stability because she put up a boundary. So now they're, you know, can we melt the boundary? And I think Queen of, you know, that aspect of this divine feminine is saying, there's always an opportunity to begin again. At least for me, the Ace card. I'm ready to begin, and somehow I'll hold up this wand so that in your cold, confused place where you don't know what to say, she ignites their life force energy. She's sort of almost like telepathically giving out the vibration, it's safe to come forward. To make your case. I'm willing at least to hear you out. Is that it? Please let that be it. Is that it? That's it. We have on the board that Temperance card, which was the only major arcana in the spread. So the kind of archetypal energy, the underlying all of this was a question of timing and balance and healing. Wait. And then when you get the go, go. You know, this is almost like I see it as kind of the, like in a car race, which I've never been to, I don't know, but they have that flag where it's like everybody's lined up and revving their engines, and then it's like go, and they all take off. They peel rubber. There's something about that. It's like wait. 3, 2, 1, go. This can also be a card of conversation that advances the cause. And it may be at first a fairly like emphatic, like, don't go. This, you know, the one who's now ready to go, King of Wands. Maybe trying to make a case for why it's now time. After all this time, Four of Pentacles, you know, let's do this thing, Wands energy. And I think there is an opportunity for a second chance here, for healing. That's the other major arcana. I had a feeling there was one more. The call to new life. to new life. There's an opportunity for that. You know, it's a sort of seize the day, carpe diem, you know, because a lot of time has passed. You don't want to suffocate. This person was in danger, running the risk of suffocating this thing, keeping it locked up. They were on lockdown, something like that. And I think it was both parties. I mean, if you're trying to relate to somebody or be in a conversation or love somebody who's on lockdown, you know, you have no access. They have to open up. They have to open up this treasure chest. I think they think it's a Pandora's box. That's what they think, sword energy. I think that's what they've been used to. When I communicate sword energy, I'm misunderstood. That, you know, I never can get the words right. I think they figured out a way to get the words right, and it also incorporates passion. You know, knowing when to begin and how to do it. So we have Sag and Judgment, which could be considered, I think, a card of Scorpio, the rising up, the new life. That kind of energy of transformation. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.